mag is good. Other mag is good.
No, don't fall for that trick. It's not off and on. Did you watch what happened there? Anything? Nothing happened. So give it on a cold, wet day like today. That's when you're going to get carby ice.
Yep.
So it says on there 10 seconds, and leave it out for 10 seconds, then put it back in again. Yep. It's a real trap.
There you go. Because I've always just done it basically like what I just did. So that's a good thing to know, actually.
Not on a particular day like today.
Yeah.
This is carby ice day.
It is, because they're perfect for. Off the
traffic Jabiru 4971 turning base runway 01 touch and go Murray Bridge.
Close down. Hey. That one is good. Around. Set this in the right place.
Just out of interest, just go back to your check sheet.
Yep.
What's it say here? Correct radio frequency.
Yep.
What's it say?
127.5.
What's the next one say?
The next radio frequency, 124.3, which is not what we're on.
No. Next one says the standby should be 126.7.
Which is not what it's on.
So how do you change it? Do you know?
That's not something I've ever sort of ever just used the normal, the first
well,
one.
What happens if you're going to fly away to Penaroo? You're not going to use this all the way to Penaroo.
No.
Only 10 miles for that one.
That's right.
So there's got to be another frequency. The next one is 1267. So to change it,
yep.
This one says use, right? That one says standby.
Okay.
Because this one's over here, we can adjust that one. Okay, and the way you adjust it is the big knob turns the big number.
Yep.
Right, 126.
126.
And the small one does the small numbers.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So to switch it from there to there, you use this thing, this little flip-flop.
That makes sense.
Now that one's there, it's in use, and now 127 is only the standby. When we're in the air, if we need to call Melbourne Centre because we're in trouble, we could use 124.3.
So we have to actually
We'd have to put it in there.
We have to put it in there, right?
That's right. All right?
Yeah. So at the moment, essentially, this is the only frequency that we've ever used. I've never.
That's right. We're going to switch across to this one today.
Okay.
Extend your education. All right.
There you go.
So put that away.
Put that away. All right.
Have you finished?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Trim for takeoff. Good. Okay. Clear the air and enter. Swing it all the way around. About there. Stop it there. Nothing there. That's good. Down that way, not down. Good. Make your call and go.
Traffic Murray Bridge, Jabiru 5246, entering and backtracking runway 01 Murray Bridge.
So you see how checklists and doing a daily inspection, how things can get missed so quickly.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you one of those things will bite you one day. And you'll be making a call on 124.3 or something over here because you haven't checked it, and someone comes in and lands on top of you because you didn't hear him coming in. So that's why these checklists are designed. And if you're a jumbo jet pilot, guess what you have every time you fly? A checklist. And he calls out check 127.5, and then the co-pilot says check 127.5 for a good reason. They both agree.
Yeah.
Otherwise, disasters happen. And because we're in a small aircraft, so what? The problem is we're in the air.
Yeah.
And in the air you can't fix these things as easily as you can on the ground. Here's another interesting question. When we come up here and do these turns at the end, why do we turn to the right all the time? Why don't we go that way, to the left?
I guess that's the sort of the giveaway thing, and it's just the habit, I suppose. So you're always.
Well, no, there's a reason for everything in flying.
Yeah.
The reason is you never turn your back on the circuit. So as we're coming around here, we can see base, can't we? See a plane on base, no planes on base. So you're clearing the air from traffic that's coming in on this runway. If you go to the left, you can't see them.
Yeah.
So you never turn your back to the runway, to the circuit.
Oh, that makes like sense. Yeah. Traffic Murray Bridge, Jabiru 5246, line up and rolling, 01 Murray Bridge.
Average traffic January 4971 turning
in the middle.
base, runway 01, touch and go, Murray.
Just hold the nose, hold it. Not too much, not so much, not so much. Your right foot. Okay, keep it there.
It was not the best takeoff in the world, but...
Oh no, you didn't have control. You needed more right foot. The plane will go left no matter what you do.
Yep.
So you've got to push against it.
Traffic Mowbridge, Jabiru 5246, turning downwind 01 Mowbridge.
Nice and smooth, isn't it?
Beautiful, isn't it? You wouldn't have probably thought so on the ground,
No.
but... Traffic Mowbridge, Jabiru 5246, departing downwind 01 to the south on climb to 2500 Mowbridge.
Perfect call, thank you. Up you go. Okay, so let's, you haven't done steep turns yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so, I'm sorry we didn't give you a lecture before we left because obviously I want to get away from the rain.
That's fine.
But we could, steep turns are easier to teach in the air than engine failures are because there's a fair bit to think about with engine failures.
Yep.
So, the idea behind a steep turn really is that in the main you'll never use it.
Yep.
But one of the, like you're solo, so you don't need us on an average day. You don't need us anymore,
yep.
Because we think you're good enough to fly on your own.
Yep.
But now we've now got to
traffic Jabiru 4971 has located.
We've got to now increase your skill level so that you are not just a pilot. You're a good pilot, and one of the skill tests that we can use is a steep turn. Yep. Now, if I said to you, I don't know, see that canola crop out the front here?
Yep.
So get the nose around to that bit there,
Yep.
about there, that's about the centre there, right?
Yep.
So just hold that there. So now what I want you to do is, I want you to do a 30-degree bank turn in your own time, no rush.
Yeah.
Just a 30-degree bank, not a steep turn. And I want you to do 360 degrees, right? Yep. And I'll time it. Okay, you tell me when you want to start. Just think about it, there's your mark there, when you're ready, come back to it, alright?
Alright, well, let's go.
Okay, away you go. That's it, get that ball coordinated and hold your height. No rush, this is just a normal turn. This is the maximum banking that a passenger would ever enjoy.
Yep.
Most passengers get sick if you don't get a turn nice, and if it's too steep.
Well, especially if you're going a whole 360 as well.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
We get used to it, but they don't. So mainly it's the ball, which you're doing well. That you've got to keep that ball centered. In the main, look out the front.
Yeah.
And remember roughly where the cowling and the horizon, the natural horizon, cross. That's sort of your guide. Holding it nicely, not going up or down. That's good.
Slightly down, but pretty well we're in the... harder than you think.
I wasn't going to make it easy for you, was I?
I can only feel it's going to get harder though.
You know me well. If you're a general aviation pilot, and we're getting to the stage now, they give you 100 feet, you can put up or down 100 feet, yeah, that's it. That's fine.
Pretty much back to the...
And then come out of it, roll it out nicely, put them stick together, balls in the middle, perfect, right? Now, so you are 30 seconds too fast. Okay, so around you go in your own time, go to the left. Know whether that thing works or not. Maybe not. Not so steep this time. Try and about there. About there. So just slow, no rush.
Not sure what I'm looking for here or whether
No,
that's working.
that's not working.
Okay.
I thought it might. So a rate 1 turn, which is what we're trying to do here, should take 2 minutes. Right? And also...
So what does that mean? The angle was too steep before,
well,
was it?
Exactly. You're rolling around too tight, which is fine. You've got to work that out for yourself.
Yeah.
The other thing is, we're more than 10 miles away from the airfield. Okay, the airport's way over there.
Yep.
Okay, so that once we leave Murray Bridge, which is what we're on here, we're going to go to 1267. So flip that across.
Yeah, 1267, yep.
That's it. This is looking better. I'm just going to get a feel what it feels like, see? I'll switch that off because it's not doing anything. Yeah, so if you're going across to Allinga for a cup of coffee or whatever, and you're doing nice turns and you had a passenger, this is what I would expect you to do. You're looking after yourself and the aeroplane, and there's no reason to rush the corner, the turn.
Yep.
So now you can see it, don't rush into it, you just...
I think that's what happened last time.
Exactly,
like, we're here, the first 3 quarters of the turn last time wasn't too bad.
That's right.
And then I reckon I got to here and we're nearly back to the thing and I went...
That's it. And when you come out of it, we need a nice, smooth roll out, stick and run it together. There you go, there's 2 minutes. Okay, that's fine. So just come out of that nice roll, that's it, perfect. So that's it. Now, let's complicate the issue.
Yeah.
This time, we're aiming at that, where the water hits the land over there. Yeah, that little V, right? So this time, do one to the right.
Alright, that's good. Yeah, you're really testing me, aren't you?
Oh yeah, doesn't have to be too steep, no rush, that's a bit steep.
Because all the circuit turns are always left, that's sort of what we always practice, so this
Correct,
one,
exactly
this
right.
one gets more...
Now you've got to be a real pilot.
Turn both ways.
So now you can see the Murray Bridge frequency doesn't help us at all, does it?
No, we can't hear anything that's over there.
No. Your height nicely, ball centered nicely, that's it. So there's 2 minutes and you're nearly there.
We're not too bad.
So, and the reason for that is at one stage there you let that wing come up a little bit, but this is just a play exercise, right? You can roll out of that one.
That's about where we should be here.
Yeah. So now, we've got to think about the process of what's involved in lift. Okay? So here's our wing, straight and level.
Yep.
Okay? So we've got lift coming off there and there, basically even, aren't they?
Yep.
Okay, when we're going straight and level.
Yep.
What happens when we turn it sideways? What happens to the lift? In a turn.
Yeah, more on the higher one.
Correct.
And the less
on that one.
Yeah.
So, what are the 2 things we can compensate? How can we get lift? What are the 2 things that give us lift?
So
when we're sitting on the ground, we can't fly, can we?
No, so we need airflow.
So we need airflow, which is speed, velocity, right?
Yep.
And what's the other one?
Yeah.
That will give us lift, won't it?
So like rudder, or what do we call that?
Aileron. Aileron, elevator.
Yeah, elevator, right.
Okay. So, angle of attack.
Angle of attack.
That's that one.
10 miles to the south, that's 2,500. Head down to Renmark. That's like the circuit in 4 minutes.
He's up at Renmark.
Well, that's no concern to us.
No, exactly. That's why you're listening to it.
Yeah.
But there's a Strathale airfield's over here,
Yep.
and there's a parachute drop over there. So that's why we keep it open. Okay, so they're the only two things we can play with. So if we're in a steep turn, let's exaggerate it, right? We're going to come over here.
Yep.
This one is going really fast.
Yes.
So it's got velocity and angle of attack. So it's going to get a bucket load of lift.
Yeah.
Okay? But this one is not going to get much at all. So we've got to keep, we don't want the plane to do that. We don't want to lift that one and drop that one. We'll fall, won't we?
Yep.
So the way we compensate with that is using the stick. So we need some back pressure, right, to give us more lift so we don't dive.
Right.
Okay? In a steep turn, we need to compensate for the loss of lift on the bottom wing, the lower wing. There's two ways we can do it. We can use power.
Yep.
That'll give us more speed, but eventually we run out of power.
You can't keep adding it.
We've basically got 3,000 revs.
Yep.
After that, all we have left is back pressure. Okay, and that's not an easy thing to manage because how much back pressure? That's the old story. Like everything we do in flying, how much do I need to do?
Yep.
So what we're going to do this time is we're going to use that. See that gravel pit, that red sandy mark out there. We're at 2,500 roughly.
Yep.
So your aeroplane.
Yep. My aeroplane. Yep.
The other thing we need to do is, because we are doing something reasonably dangerous, we don't want to be over people.
Yep.
That makes sense, doesn't it? And we should have a clearing turn to make sure there's no one around us, because we're spinning on a fairly small spot.
Yeah.
Okay? So this time I want you to do a turn to the left. Doesn't matter if you mess it up.
Yep.
Just to practice. I want you to start a turn to the left, but we want to steepen it up a bit more than we were doing before.
Okay.
That you were doing before.
Yeah.
Okay, so about there. So hold it about there. Now look where the cow, here and the horizon intersect, right? That's a picture you've got to remember. So you shouldn't have to look at this after a while. This is not going to help you.
Now, but
No, you don't have to look out the front.
Yeah, okay.
And look, you're not going up or down.
Yeah.
So stay out there most of the time,
Yeah.
but glance in here now and again. Keep it there, it's looking nice. So this is a moderate turn,
Yeah.
about a 45 degree. Got the nose pitched up a bit, and we're climbing, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We're at 400.
Just put a bit more, about 2,800 if you want. About there. Keep that bank. Nice, keep it going.
Renmark traffic, Victor Echo Echo, join Midfield crossing, runway 07 Renmark.
Keep it going. Till you come round to that gravel pit again. Now come out of nice and smooth when you come to it. There it is. Nice and smooth. Beautiful. Okay?
Yep.
These can make you feel a bit woozy sometimes.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling fine at the moment.
That's it. But if you do, don't be a hero. Just stop it. Don't feel well, and we'll just go straight and level for a while until you feel better again.
Yep.
Okay?
No problems.
We don't want heroes up here. Okay, so this time, and the other good thing is when you practice, because you have to come out and practice these on your own.
Yep.
So when you're doing them on your own, have a break. Don't just keep hammering away.
Yeah,
and the other thing you can do is go the other way, and it's so you can sense you're coming around much faster now, aren't you?
Yeah,
It's a tighter turn, exactly.
Tighter turn and
Yeah.
faster.
Yep. No pass or fail.
So sort of the same stick.
Exact 45 degree bank, that's it, about there, fine. Now your sensors have to come into play, looking out the front.
Yeah. Yeah, if we can maintain the height.
Yeah. And of course I've let you see your speed because you might need power if you need it, that's fine.
This is maybe a touch low now.
That's how that looks out the front. That'll be your clue.
Yeah.
Oh, so here you go.
Very much traffic, RV12 8207, airborne out of Berry, and on inbound on climb to Circuit Height, Renmark.
Up to our reference point.
Nice and smooth, that's very nice.
Climbed a bit.
Okay. So there's, you
too
wouldn't
bad.
think of that, would you? Well, you're allowed 100 feet.
Yeah, but I got
First time.
300,
So now, basically, what the clue that you're looking for is that where the horizon, the natural horizon, crosses the cowling, right?
Okay.
So that if, just my opinion, just for a minute, if I really steepen it up, you tell me where that horizon cuts the cowling.
It's there.
Okay, there it is there. Right? So that's that, we're much steeper than you were.
Yeah.
Right? Come out of that again. Come out of the right a bit, we don't want to go over the water. So you can steepen up really steep, look. But you need back pressure now. Feel that back pressure, feel the G's?
Yeah. Oh, there you can, yeah.
It's the only way you can keep your height. In fact, we were dropping then, I wasn't watching. Okay, just have a relax for a minute. So there's the, I know the Monado towers up the front there, they'll do as a guide. So we're back at 3,600, right? Try another one of those 45s and we'll go, which way did we go? We went left, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we're out for a righty.
Okay, let's have some variety. Let's undo some work here, right? So crack one to the right. You've got the towers there as your guide.
This is... Oh.
Renmark traffic, RV12 8207, joining midfield crosswind, runway 07 for circuits and touch and go.
Alright, nearly back around, rolling back straight.
5246-4971.
5246?
That's where you are, just after a radio check.
Yeah, we're out by the lakes at the moment. Okay, so you got lined up on the towers, you're 2,500 feet. Yep. So now go back and do one to the left again. Never been a rush to go into this. This is just an exercise, right?
Yeah.
Maybe just a touch more power.
Qantas 678, resuming navigation, direct to Bendo.
Thank you, direct Bendo, Qantas 678.
So now you're listening to the guys up top. Qantas.
Okay. Wow.
What's that nose look like to you? In a position?
It looks like where it should be. Like,
Okay. Cool. Keep it banged over. Look where it is now in relation to the horizon.
yeah, maybe it's a touch.
Going down.
Oh, well, I was probably going the other way, and I suppose I'm probably maybe overcompensating for
So
what we did.
this is it. The turn to the left, it's in a different place
Yeah.
because you're on the other side.
Yeah.
When you go this way, it's more comfortable for me, but not for you. Here come the towers. So you lost them, 100 foot, that's fine. So the reason for that is I thought your nose looked a little bit too far down. So see where it is now?
Yeah.
Right, we're not even turning. So if you turn with the nose down a bit, pitch down, then you start a descending turn, effectively. Right? Okay. How's that feel, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Star on the ground, Sierra Tango Delta.
So that's Adelaide approach. I'll put that on.
Being Adelaide
Sierra Tango
Airport.
Delta.
Yep.
Tango Foxtrot Control and identification service is terminated. Squawk and frequency change approved.
So there you go.
So we're 126.7, so that is the area out here, isn't it?
I'll go back to Murray Bridge, have that on the 275. That's ready to go. Okay. Alright, so this time, we won't worry about the height science this time, so let's just do one to the right. I'll tell you, so when Mike does your test at the end, he'll say to me, okay, in your own time, do me a steep turn to the left or steep turn to the right, whatever it might be.
Which will be like a 360 type.
It'll generally be a 360 because what he wants is he wants you to pick out a reference mark, so you'd say, okay, I've got that canola crop out there or whatever your mark is, and don't be in a hurry to go into the turn. You know, most people, whack into, they go, no, just ease your way into it and get it where you want it to be and lined up with the horizon and the cowling lined up right. What he's also looking for then is whether you can hold your height. He most probably won't cover this. Hold your height. And when you come out of it, will you come out of it nice and smoothly? Not jerk it back again, right? It's all about control. This is what this exercise is about. The chances of you needing a steep turn are remote, but
at least you've got it in the
in the kit to do. So my aeroplane, just for a minute. So if I saw, let's assume we saw I don't know, a plane coming towards us. My immediate reaction: get the hell out of there.
Yep. Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's a steep turn.
Yeah.
But I'll get out of the way of that aircraft. And does it happen? It sure does.
Got our.
Use the towers out of the.
Yeah. Silos. The silos is our reference point, and we'll go around to the right. So
That's it. I feel your foot going in. Can feel that. Yeah, it's good. Bank it over. Good. Nice. Nice. Keep it over there a bit more. About there. That's it. Maybe a bit more. So now you'll start to sink in a minute. Here it goes. We're starting to sink. So just pull a bit of back pressure on. Not much. Just to hold it there. Maybe a bit more. You should feel a bit of G-force. Feel it? Just a touch.
It's a bit steeper than we've been doing too.
That's exactly right. Because this wing's not lifting much. So we've got to get some lift from somewhere, don't we?
Yeah.
Got it there?
Feel that coming back.
Yeah.
Still.
So pull it back a bit more. Now look at the picture out the front. This is a steep turn.
Yeah. Hard to maintain this.
Well, pull it back more. Now it's stopping it. See? Get ready to come out of it in a minute. Oh, we've gone past it now. Come out of it now. Nice and smooth. Beautiful. Nice.
Should have been over there somewhere.
I messed it up for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Have a bit of a breather. See where the nose is? That's better. Bit high. Now bring bank it over a bit more. That's it, and just a little bit of back pressure. That's it. That's it. Feel it now?
Yeah.
Balls all bit in the middle, that's fine. Keep it there. Lovely turn. Now we're sinking, so you've got to put a bit more back pressure on while you're turning. Lovely. Lovely.
Murray Bridge traffic, Jabiru 4971, turning base runway 01 for a touch and go, Murray Bridge.
Roller out here.
Another 5.
Oh!
That was nice. Look at that, you've lost 20 feet.
Okay.
So now your job's to listen to the other guys to see who else is going to be around us.
Yeah.
And thinking about the fact that on a day like today the runway most probably hasn't changed. So we're going to use which one?
01.
So you've got to think about now, how will I get onto 01? And start to think ahead all the time.
Yeah.
Do your work here before you get there.
Yeah, I mean, the best way, obviously, the preference is the midfield crosswind joint.
Traffic, Jabiru 4971, departing upwind runway 01, passing through 700 to climb to 2500 for the northern eastern training area. Murray Bridge.
Get the northeast, so not a problem for us as he's going to have over my Palonga somewhere.
Yeah, so the midfield crosswind join is the preferred way to do it, so that means we're going to go on the dead side, which should be, so we sort of go over to the right, and
correct.
So we sort of,
yeah, you got it all worked out.
Over that way.
And you think about your height, you can have a very slow, as you are now, nice slow descent.
Yep.
Now you've got to start thinking about bringing passengers. And these are the, you don't want to find, I've got to go down and all of a sudden,
no.
you don't want that sort of stuff. It's got to be nice and smooth. As smooth as you can make it, I mean, you can't help the turbulence. I think you like your flying, don't you?
Oh, that's why I keep coming back.
I can't understand why people don't like it. Let's see if we can spot your house on the video when I put it up.
Aiming in the right direction, so we should be able to see it on there.
Can you see the strip now?
Yeah, up the strip. Probably should be a little bit this way then.
That's right.
Probably a little bit more to the left than I was sort of originally looking, but
yeah. As you get, I've come back many times late in the afternoon. I can't find it, but you find Murray Bridge, you just keep flying around till you find it.
I think I'd assumed we were more over sort of Monado direction and sort of heading the same direction as the runway, but we weren't. There's a bit of smoke down there, sort of suggests that the wind direction hasn't changed from when we took off, so we still runway 01.
Come on, give me some smooth air. What's going on?
Oh, jeez.
That's not your own turbulence, I can tell you that.
It was so good when we took
It
off.
was, wasn't it? So as you've done, you've come down really slowly, which is nice, and we'll come down to 1,200 way we'll go across.
Oh, that's the plan.
Beautiful. This is what I'm teaching you about thinking ahead all the time. Think miles ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, it might be Pinaroo's 20 miles away. What am I going to have to do?
Traffic Murray Bridge, Jabiru 5246, joining circuits midfield crosswind runway 01, Traffic Murray Bridge.
Your calls are really good.
Thank you.
Keep that practice up. And don't let new words creep into them. People start to make, when they get their license, they make up calls.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, initially I had a lot of like filler type words and like, you know,
yeah, of course,
these and
does.
twos and...
Yeah, everyone does.
And, Traffic Murray Bridge, Jabiru 5246, turning base, runway 01 for a touch and go, Traffic Murray Bridge.
Then keep that nose off the ground. Beautiful. Beautiful. In the middle of the runway. Good man. Nice.
Thank you. Traffic Murray Bridge, Jabiru 5246, turning downwind 01 Murray Bridge.
You know what they mean by reading your fives?
Yeah, it means
okay,
5 out of 5 the quality of the radio call.
Backtracking runway 01 for local flight.
Never ever say local flight.
I was just going to say, there's your pet.
Oh,
it
just drives me nuts. What does that mean? It means I'm going to be somewhere in the next 50 miles around here.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
I hear it quite a lot, and I always think of you. That's Ian's pet mate.
Oh, it drives me nuts. Because it means nothing. I want you to tell me roughly where you're going. Heading like to the north or the south.
To the north or the east, or over Murray Bridge, or over...
Then I can call you up and say, we're going to clash here.
Yeah.
People often say, I'm going to Bow Hill. Well, if you don't know where Bow Hill is, that doesn't help me at all.
Well, that's
I'm heading northeast.
Well, that's the other thing, that people sometimes, say that they're going to certain little places.
Yeah, that they
know. If
know.
you're local, you know where that is, but...
If you're visiting, you don't. Yeah. Farmer's not going to be happy, all the sheep are in his lupins.
Traffic Murray Bridge, Jabiru 5246, turning base, runway 01 for a full stop. Traffic Murray Bridge. Longer than I like, but again we'll make it bad. Work out alright.
Traffic Murray Bridge, Jabiru, Charlie Juliet Mike is lining up and rolling runway 01. We'll be maintaining runway heading and making a right turn out over Mike Long.
That's what I want to
hear.
That
actually is quite good, because you know exactly where he's going, you know his intentions right when he's still on the runway. That actually...
Because he's thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Only one thing missing here. Got one thing.
What's that?
Flaps.
I'll do that one go.
That's better.
Much better.
That's a better view. I distracted you.
It's looking better now. It's a bit not right there, but is it sort of a bit more you get to figure out how to fix things and...
Yeah, bring the power back a bit now, I wouldn't, otherwise fine now.
Murray Beach traffic, Jabiru 4971 joining midfield crosswind runway 01, Murray Bridge for a full...
Keep it there, keep it beautiful. Very nice, kept that nose off the ground, that was good. Make a pilot out of you yet.
I hope so. Traffic Murray Bridge, Jabiru 5246, clear of all runways, fire Bravo Murray Bridge.